Hello everyone, welcome to Adventure Dream Team channel. My name is Kseniia, I'm based in the North Caucasus region in Russia and I'm running a travel company here. So from the very first hand, I would like to share with you all the useful information that you will definitely need when traveling in this region. Today I'm talking about crossing the Georgian-Russian border and 5 things that you should consider when traveling this way. So if you're interested, please continue watching this video. Alright, to be precise, here I'm viewing the case if you're an international traveler, so no Georgian, no Russian, you speak none of those languages or just a tiny bit, and it's a self-organized trip. So let's say you've got Russian visa and you want to travel from Tbilisi to Pyatigorsk or to Vladikavkaz. So here are my 5 tips for you. Tip number 1. Plan more time for your travel. If you plan some activities on your arrival, like meeting friends or catching the next bus or train, don't stick to a certain hour, even if the bus company promises you will make it in 7 hours. This is not always the case. And not because the bus company is bad, but just because the road in the mountains is super narrow, and obviously if there are a lot of cars, it causes a huge traffic jam. And here I'm not talking about a delay of 1 or 2 hours. It can be sometimes really a lot, like up to 6 hours. So imagine you thought of 7 hours and then it's 13, 14 and hopefully no more. Therefore, my tip number 2, take some snack and some comfortable clothes with you. Of course, there will be a lot of shops and some supermarkets on the way where you can ask your driver and stop and buy some hot dog or some snack. But at the pre-border zones, there are mostly no shops. And if you get stuck there, it's better to have something with you. There is also one shop and one cafe at the border zone, at the Georgian side. But it might be a bit complicated with the different currencies. There can be a lot of people, so it's good to have something with you. And about the comfortable clothes, I think it's a pretty well-known fact for experienced travelers, so I would just add that in the mountains it can be pretty cool in the night, so it's just good to have some fleece jacket or some hoodie with you and maybe some pillow for the bus ride. My advice number 3 is to take a private minibus instead of big bus. Trust me, it will save you a lot of time and nerves. That's because a lot of people prefer taking big buses when they travel with a lot of stuff. So they take some huge boxes, they take some huge bags, and imagine when standing at the border control and all these 50 people from the bus, they're being checked one by one, and it takes, I don't know, at least 1 hour, but sometimes even more. And especially if you're traveling with them and you're an international traveler, you're also being checked and it also takes some time. Therefore, my tip number 4. Be ready to explain in detail who you are and why you're traveling to Russia. Yes, this is not a usual procedure, even if you have been to Russia many times. This is a special border, and that's why this procedure can take from 20 minutes to 2 or 3 hours, depending how fast you and the border policeman will understand each other. So, of course, some of the policemen, they speak English, but let's be realistic, not all of them. So my advice to you is to prepare for this procedure from your side. So if you have a Russian friend, or just by using Google Translator, you can type the information in Russian about who you are, what's your date of birth, what's your place of birth, where you work, what company, what job title you have, where you studied and how often you travel, what countries you've been to, and a lot more. They can ask you, and they also have some database where they type this information in, And yes, it looks weird, it sounds weird, but this is what happens to you 100%. And if you want to have this process a bit smoother and a bit faster, then just prepare this list. Last but not least, my tip number 5, keep the document which is called migration card always with you. It is a super crucial thing that you will need to exit Russia at the border control, or sometimes it's also needed to check in at the hotel. So just put it with your ID and your visa, and in case someone asks you, then you just show it. I hope this video was useful for you, so please like it and leave a comment below if you have some questions about traveling in the North Caucasus. And of course, subscribe for our channel. There are a lot of new videos coming soon. See you next time. Bye!